Well, let's continue to compensation strategies. There are two kinds of the strategies. The first one is guessing intelligently. In guessing intelligently, the learners can use linguistic clues. The learners can make such kind of clue to make them remember, to make them easier to remember about the topic that they learned. For example, when the students learn about grammar, the pattern of the grammar, they can use the pattern of the grammar and make a linguistic clue, the clue or other clues to make them remember about the pattern, the grammar, about the grammar that they have learned before. The next is overcoming limitation in speaking and writing. The learners can switch to the mother tongue when they forget about the vocabulary maybe, and getting help. They can ask help from the tutors, from the teachers, or from the friends, using mime or gesture. When the learners forget the vocabulary, they can use, maybe they forget about the expression, they can use mime or gesture to show their meanings. And avoiding communication partially or totally, selecting topic, adjusting or approximating the message, coining word, or the learner can use circumlocution or synonym, the synonym of the certain word that they will use. Let's continue to indirect strategies. Indirect strategies divided into three kinds. The first one is metacognitive strategies, and affective strategies, and social strategies. The first one, metacognitive strategies. The strategy that the learner can do is centering your learning. The students can overview and link with already known material. So the learners can link the previous material, the material that they have learned before, with the next material. The next, pay attention. So the learners or the students have to pay attention to the explanation of the teacher. The third one, the learners need to delay speech production to focus on listening. So the learners need to listen, focus to listen about the explanation of the teachers about the material. The next strategy is arranging and planning your learning. So the learners need to find out about language learning. The learners can organize and set goals and objectives. The learners also can identify purposeful listening or writing or reading or speaking that they need. This term is related to our previous meeting materials, about wants. In need analysis, we analyze students' wants. It's related to wants. The goals of the learners, the objective, why the learners learn the language, the objectives, what they reach, in a learning process. And the learners can identify which one of the skill, listening, writing, reading or speaking, that they need to. And the learners may plan for language tasks, and the learner can seek practice opportunities. Yeah, they can look for the opportunities to practice their language learning ability. And next, the learner can evaluate the learning by doing self-monitoring or self-evaluating. So as the learner, they can monitor and evaluate themselves, whether the target has been reached or not. And we as the teacher can help the learners by doing such kind of evaluation or assessment to make sure whether the learners achieve the target or not. The next strategy is affective strategy. The first strategy that the learners can do is lowering learners' anxiety by using progressive relaxation, deep breathing, and meditation, using music or using laughter. Okay, as teacher, we can help the students if our students feel confused, feel anxiety, have anxiety. We can help them by giving such kind of music, appropriate music maybe, make ice breaking, providing ice breaking for them, certain jokes maybe, to lower the students' anxiety. And the next, encouraging yourself. The learners need to encourage themselves by making positive statements, taking risks wisely, and rewarding yourself. We as teacher can also help the learners to encourage themselves by giving reward, by supporting them, and so on. And the learners need to take the emotional temperature by listening to their body, whether they are tired or not, whether they need to take a rest. Using a checklist, they can make such kind of checklist to check whether their goals have been accomplished or not. What thing that they will do, they can make a checklist. And writing a language learning diary, they can write their feeling in the book, or discussing the feeling with someone else, with the teacher, with the tutors. So we as the teacher need to be counselor. Okay, for the next strategy is about social strategies. The learners need to ask questions. The strategy that have to, the strategies that have to do, have to be done by the learners. Asking questions, asking for clarification or verification, asking for correction, whether the task is correct or not, and then cooperating with others. And the learners can cooperate with peers, with their friends, with proficient users of the new language. We can provide, as the teacher, provide cooperating learning in the classroom. Empathizing with others, the learners can develop cultural understanding and become aware of others' thoughts and feeling. It belongs to empathizing with others strategy. Okay, thus about the kinds of learning strategy. Let's go to factors of successful learning strategies. In the successful language learning strategy, we need class preparation for upcoming classes. So both learners and teachers need to prepare for upcoming meeting, for upcoming classes, upcoming learning process. And then self-motivation and continuous effort. So the learners need to motivate themselves, and the teachers can help the students by motivate them. And the learners also do continuous effort. And a conducive learning environment. As a teacher, we need to provide as well as learning environment that can be prepared by us. Plan your goals to reach an adequate amount of study. So the learners need to plan the goals, the objectives that they will reach in the learning process. As a teacher, we can help them to plan the goals. Achieving professional competence. So the learners can try to achieve the competence that be their goal. And organizing your time. So the learner need to organize time wisely. And as the teacher, we can help the learners to organize time by making schedule for them and engaging with friends and tutors. It is beneficial for the learners to engage with friends and tutors. It can increase the ability of the learners, and then make learning as a positive experience. While there's the explanation about learning strategy, let's go to the conclusion of language learning strategies. Using appropriate learning strategies will increase motivation and confidence. Instructions on strategy can help learners become more self-aware and responsible for their own learning, and have an impact on their self-efficacy and autonomy. To help students make progress and achieve academic success, we, as a teacher, need to provide them with methodological resources, appropriate learning strategies, so we can help the learners to choose appropriate learning strategies and modeling strategies. Well, I think that's all about the explanation of language learning strategies. If you have any questions related to the material, you can post to the comment or to the LMS forum. And see you next meeting. Last saying, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thanks for watching.